Hi everybody, it's Miss Kate and Henry out at Hudson Crossing Park, and this is a very exciting time at Hudson Crossing. Do you know why? Because this is the first week of spring. So Henry and I wanted to walk around the park and look, listen, and even smell for signs of spring. The change from winter to spring is marked by the vernal or spring equinox. This year that was March 20th, which was Saturday. Equinox is a fancy word, which basically means that the sun and the moon share the same amount of time in the sky. On the equinox, there's 12 hours of daylight and 12 hours of night. And from that point on, it starts to get sunnier, longer, and the days get warmer. The coming of spring shows itself in lots of ways, and maybe one of the most noticeable is the sound of birds. After a long winter, birds have one thing on their mind: finding a mate. So when you hear all of that bird song when you go outside, that is birds calling to each other, trying to find someone to build a nest with, have eggs, and hatch lots and lots of babies. Soon you may even be able to find some birds' nests, like Henry did. This bird's nest doesn't have any eggs in it yet, but soon it will, and there'll be a mama protecting her nest. Remember to leave nests that you may find alone. We don't want to bother Mama or her babies. Another familiar sign of spring can be found all around us on our favorite trees and plants. As trees and plants wake up from the winter, you'll start to notice buds and eventually leaves and flowers appearing on their branches. When you look under the leaves and dead grasses that were left over from last fall, I bet you'll even find signs of new plant growth, like everybody's favorite daffodils at Hudson Crossing Park. They may not look like much now, but soon these little green shoots will result in a beautiful field of yellow. Here at the Wetlands by the Play Garden, the ice is beginning to melt. And soon, all of our waterways, whether it's the wetland or the canals or the river, will be completely free and clear of ice, and we'll be able to go out and explore on them in our canoes, paddle boards, kayaks, or boats. And that is going to be really exciting. Don't you think, Henry? Yeah, I'm excited. As Henry and I start to walk down the sensory trail, we start to hear another sign of spring. One sound that is definitely different from winter is the sound of rain. Snow will come less and less often, although it might still come once in a while until things really get warm. And for now, we will enjoy the sound of the gently falling raindrops as they soak into the earth and help things grow. And the last sign we're looking for today is something that smells like spring. It might sound kind of silly, but one of the best things about the earth thawing is the smell. It smells rich and earthy and, oh, it just smells like spring. All those dead leaves and grasses and plants that have rested on the earth all winter long are now turning into nutrients for fresh things to grow. And we all know that new things growing is the surest sign of spring of all. Well, everybody, I hope that you had fun exploring the park and looking for signs of spring with Henry and I. And I hope you get outside sometime this week and look and listen and, yep, smell signs of spring for yourself. We'll see you next time.